barnstormer fashion is the legendary Jimmy Franklin from Ruidoso, New Mexico, who started to fly as a teenager and almost immediately went into aerobatics. The airplane that he is flying is a Waco UPF-7 with tremendous modifications to the aircraft, allowing it to do wild things like this. And it was never intended to do barnstorming antics. It was a World War II two-place trainer. Jimmy Franklin has wrung more out of this big biplane in barnstormer fashion than any other pilot ever has. The engine originally was a 220 horsepower engine. That engine has been replaced with double the horsepower, a Pratt & Whitney engine, putting out 450 horsepower. Modifications also to the fuselage because of the weight of that increased displacement engine. Jimmy slid his fuselage and cockpit area back towards the tail. He also extended the landing gear, beefed up the wings, put 2 sets of ailerons on the airplane, and uses it as a solo demonstration airplane. And later today he will team up with his wing-walking partner, Jimmy Franklin flies so wildly that he does his ribbon pickup first. He's going to attempt to fly between the poles and break the ribbon, but he's going to do it the hard way, upside down. As the tail makes its way lower and lower to the ground, he sets in a little correction and nails that ribbon clean right on the tail. How about a big round of applause for Jimmy Franklin? Yes, he does it first because it is so taxing, so physically demanding to maneuver this big biplane around. Quite often he will be utilizing 2 hands on the control stick to get the airplane to do what he wants it to do. Now he'll have signature maneuvers that we'll point out to you. One of those signature maneuvers is the tumbling maneuver known as the Lumshavak. It is a Czechoslovakian slang word that loosely translated into the English language means the equivalent of drinking too much plum brandy. Essentially, the airplane goes end over end and actually tumbles in the sky. Some of his signature maneuvers. He has climbed for extra altitude. That altitude is an insurance policy against problems. Okay, coming down now into the tailspin. Jim now wraps it up into a snap roll, points the nose straight down. Very quickly, this very powerful biplane will reach speeds of about 180 miles an hour, but without hesitation. Now he pulls back on the stick. There's the Lumshavak maneuver, tumbling the aircraft nose over tail, over nose over tail. The momentum stops. He looks for a landmark. And now he starts into that inverted flat spin, upside down and spinning around, losing 200 feet, 50 feet on each rotation. It's time to get out of that one, Jim. Way too low. That's enough. Please, please, Jim, recover now. That is low enough. And yes, he pulls it out. How about a big round of applause for Jimmy Franklin? Jimmy, you dear lad, I wish you wouldn't do that to me. Oh, that takes my breath away, but I see it every weekend, and he is such a professional. He pulls it out at the last second with enough altitude to spare. That transitions now into a down, vertical descending, speed increasing, 180 targeted speed, immediately pulling back on the stick. Now, if you could look at the G-meter over Jimmy's shoulder, you would see that G-meter going up to 7 and 8 Gs in this biplane that the designers and the company owners never thought would go through these gyrations directly into a tail slide without hesitation. Again, he pulls back that stick and does a half down vertical snap roll. Again now, inside the cockpit, even though Jim Franklin is sitting down, ladies and gentlemen, it is not a free ride. It is a very grueling world of high